Peace, love, and life, family. This is Essie the Gardener coming to you today with a video. Today I'm going to have to do an emergency harvest on my yams. One of my buckets has been invaded by ants really bad. The other day I came out and checked up on my vines and everything and noticed some yellow ones, some possible dieback on one of my buckets. But I noticed that they were just hovering around, the bottom of my bucket. So I threw down some diatomaceous earth, and then I sprayed some, some ant spray and stuff like that. But the ants has been really bad this year. I had to constantly come out and throw, ant bait on a lot of mounds every other day, especially when it rained. So the ants has been really bad this summer. So I'm gonna have to do an emergency harvest, and also I got some more stuff going on in my yard that I'm concerned about. And I just learned about this called purslane, some type of wild grass, edible grass that grows in like concrete cracks and stuff like that. But I noticed some strange stuff growing in my wagon where I mix all my soils and my amendments, and I saw it growing and I didn't bother it. I was like, well, I think a seed got in there, some type of seed got in there and just germinated and just went real crazy wild. And I just, said, well, I don't know what it is. Let me throw it over, pull it out, and, dispose of it. So, these last couple of weeks I've been seeing the same thing in my raised bed, and I went on social media just to check up on, the gardening community, and came across a video that said, if you see this, do not throw it away. So I was like, okay, maybe that's my answer to what is going on in my gardening raised beds and my smart pots, my grow pots, and I've been seeing and stuff. So as I did more and more research, it's a possibility that it is purslane, but I think what I'm growing is the lookalike, which is the poisonous one. But it's been really weird because they in my raised beds now, and they in my grow pots. So I'm like, what the freak, So, and I know I put seeds in some of my grow pots. So I'm like, well, how is this getting into my grow pot? So I'm saying, do I have, defected, seeds, and because I know I put, Bloomsdale spinach seeds in these grow pots. So yeah, you guys. So today is a kind of like an emergency day. So you guys bear with me. I'm gonna harvest this one bucket. Hopefully, I get some sweet potato yams out of that pot. But I'm thinking maybe there is a rotted one in there, and that's probably why the ants is, going crazy over there. So yeah, just bear with me as I get this done. Okay, family, I'm back over here on my cattle trellis. I'm gonna cut some of these vines back, and then I'm gonna move this bucket over here to my tarp, and then I'll empty it out over there. But let me get these vines cut, and then I'll move my bucket over to the tarp and turn this bucket over and see what's going on in this pot. Stay tuned. Okay, you guys. So I got the vines cut off the trellis, and as you can see, roots started coming out through the bucket. So, like I said, I got a serious ant problem. So let me turn this over and see what we have. Yeah, ants is really bad, you guys. So just bear with me. Tubers here. Got some little tubers. Some little baby ones down in here. You guys can see the roots here. There we go. Here we go. We got some potatoes, you guys. The ants is going crazy, so I got to move real fast out here. See our tubers. Tubers is good too. And I tell you, these ants is going AWOL in here. Oh wow. Look at all these little babies, you guys. They ain't going crazy. I might should just let them run around, do what they need to do, and then come back for these bad boys, but they going crazy. I don't want to go into no ant shop. We got another little baby over here. So we look like we got a lot of tubers. Some more.
All over your boots on.
Okay, we didn't get any big chunks of potatoes on this one, but we got some tubers. So for it to be my first time, and I got about 6 more buckets I need to do. And we got a lot of tubers. So we got a lot of tubers, you guys. See if I can get you guys close up. I think my other buckets will probably be more of a bigger harvest because, again, I noticed the ants was going crazy on this one bucket. So that is actually one of my first buckets. Let me get you guys in here closer. So bear with me. Okay, so that was one of my first buckets. I think that's pretty good. I was expecting a lot more, but like I said, I think in my other 6 buckets I'll get a better harvest because this was my first one. And I think the ants did a disservice in this bucket. So you guys stay tuned and I'll come back and we'll chat about this other situation that I'm having in my yard. Hey you guys, this is Essie the gardener coming back to you, showing you what was going on underneath my bucket here. Some type of slug, as you can see over here, trying to I guess get away from these ants. But what I noticed here is that the roots were actually rooting into the ground with the sweet potato bucket. But yeah, as you can see why I harvested that bucket, and when I tell you these ants are going crazy, they tore up my hands, but I was able to get through it. They're like thousands and thousands of them, and what they doing is they look like they are carrying the vermiculite and possibly some of the feed. So I think what I'm gonna do with this soil is actually just spray it down. I don't even think I'm gonna try to reuse this. I'm just gonna spray it down and then probably just toss it in the back of my yard where, the grass is high. But yeah, they are, these doggone ants is everywhere. So yeah, you guys, I'm undecided if I should go ahead and harvest this other bucket here. It has some yellowing leaves, and I was thinking about letting that one stick out probably another couple of weeks and then harvest it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and harvest it. I know on my other side, over here, on the other side of my trellis, and these are actually inside the gate where my greens are. These are actually starting to yellow as well. There's some dieback there as well. So yeah, you guys, drop me a comment below and let me know if I should go ahead and harvest these or just leave them in a little bit longer. We're still kind of warm here in zone 8, so we're still, in 80-degree weather. So I'm thinking that these might can stay in for another 2 weeks or so. I do have some more that's on my deck that I'm contemplating if I should harvest those as well. I'm seeing the beautiful violet flowers on the ones that's on the deck. So I'm thinking maybe I should give them a little bit more time. But again, on these two right here, I see the potatoes are bulging out of the top. So that might be a good sign that it's time to harvest. But yeah, you guys, you have any tips, comments, comment below. And definitely stay tuned to the next video. If I harvest these, I will bring another video to you guys. So this is actually my first bucket that I harvest, and this is actually one of my first. But again, I am pleased with this harvest. I believe the ants did slow down the growth, getting to those roots, and nature taking its course or what have you. But yeah, you guys stay tuned to the next video. I thank you for liking and thumbs upping my videos and subscribe. So yeah, you guys stay tuned to the next video. This is Essie the gardener, and thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. Peace, love, and light, family, and I'm out. Peace, love, and light, family. This is Essie the gardener coming back to you. I decided to just go ahead and harvest this second sweet potato pot that's on my cattle trellis, and this one seems to have done really well. I don't see a lot of invading of ants in this one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and harvest it. And again, I'm gonna just roll it on over there to my tarp and empty it out and see what it has to offer me. What I'm gonna do is try to push that soil to the side, or I might even drag it to the back and just empty it out, because again, those ants was horrific in that first yam bucket that I harvest. So yeah, you guys stay tuned in. Okay guys, let's see what we're working with this bucket over here. Okay, we got a lot of roots here. Let's see. Let me break this up and see what we got. Okay, we got some good ones, you guys. Look at there. I'm glad I didn't wait. Look at there, you guys. Not too bad, not too bad. Here we go. Got some more, you guys. Some little babies. They count too. Another little baby. And there was no invasion of ants in this bucket here, so that's a good thing. Cause they like tore me up on that last one. There's that two-bird. Another baby. Another little baby. Well, you guys, let me see if I can get you guys in closer. Okay, you guys, that is not too bad for my second bucket. As you can see, these were actually much bigger. And again, I think the other bucket had a lot to deal with as far as those invading ants. But again, not too bad for my second bucket. These look very healthy. I will probably rinse these off and let them cure. I want to make sure I'm doing the steps right. So I believe they need to cure in a dark area, so I need to research more on that. And I think the next time I plant the slits, I think what I'm going to do, because I think I put, actually this is probably 2 slits I think I put in each bucket. I think what I'm going to do is actually go a little bit deeper into the bucket when I plant the next time, and probably add soil as the vines grow to probably get a better production of potatoes. But yeah, these came out pretty good. So yeah, you guys, thank you for tuning into my channel. Thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and again, share. And I may come back and do the harvest of the other 2 buckets that are on my cattle trellis. So yeah, this is Essie the Gardener. Peace, love, and light, fam, and I'm out. Okay, family, I'm back again. I forgot this was supposed to have been somewhat of a 2-part video. Emergency sweet potato harvest, and also somewhat of an emergency in my garden. Now, I think I mentioned a couple of clips back that I had things growing out of my flower bed where I was unfamiliar with, and I started to do some research, but I came across a video called "Do Not Throw This Away If You Find This in Your Garden." So the video was about purslane. It's a wild edible, and there's supposed to be 2 types. There's a poisonous type, a lookalike, and also the type that has very great medicinal qualities. So um, I saw this growing in my wagon where I amend my soils and my nutrients. So when I saw it growing, I was thinking possibly a seed got in it, and I just let it grow, and it got really big to where it was almost reaching my bedroom window. Um, so again, I found it in my grow pots here, which I know for a fact that I planted Bloomsdale spinach in this pot. I have usually forget what I plant, but I know I planted that because I put the uh, the name of it on a wood stick. So again, this stuff is growing in my grow pots now. Okay, let me take you over to my raised bed area and get you guys over there and show you that it is also growing in my raised beds. Now, again, what's supposed to be growing over here is carrots. And again, this wild kind of grass, weed, or whatever it is growing in my raised bed. And as you can see to the right, there's a big batch growing. And to the far right, in that corner over there, another batch is growing. And right there in the middle. And again, what does these labels say? It say carrots, broccoli seeds, kale, and more kale. This cannot be kale, you guys. So, I don't know why this is growing in my raised bed. I don't know if it has something to do with me using my grass clippings, which I have been using that throughout my gardening season. I've been collecting my grass clippings, as you can see. They're all dried up there. And this is what I'm getting. Um, this was one of my first beds that I did, and it is the least productive with what's supposed to be growing in them. Again, I planted carrots, broccoli seeds, kale in this bed, and I have yet to see any of that come through. But for some reason, this wild weed keeps coming through my raised bed and in my garden. So, um, I'm believing this is the look-alike of the purslane, I believe, if I'm saying it correctly. I believe this is the look-alike. Um, and not quite sure of that, but again, I will not try it because the look-alike is poisonous. But you're supposed to be able to differentiate that through the leaves. Uh, and these leaves are not shaped like the one that has the medicinal purposes, benefits. So I'm not sure if I'm even gonna try it, but I am kind of irritated because again, it keeps popping up in my yard, and again, I don't think this is the beneficial one. So I did empty out some of it that was growing in my grow pots over here, which I had my yams in, and yeah, it was actually invading my yam pot. And again, I did use grass clippings to mulch this pot, as you can see. So I'm thinking that's how it's finding its way into my vegetation is because of the grass clippings. And what I'm gonna do is pull this back so you guys can kind of see uh, the stems and somewhat of the growth of it. So as you can see, it almost grows like some type of octopus or something. And and this also has grass clippings as well that I use to mulch. So let me see if I can move that back so you guys can see. And I could bring you guys in a little closer. Bear with me. Okay, guys. So here we have it. As you can see, I will move this around so you can see how this stuff is growing in my grow pots. And like literally making like small babies are actually growing. And again, I planted Bloomsdale spinach, and I do not believe that this is spinach. This can't be spinach. This has to be the same thing, because you see at the base it has that purple, see that purple stem? It has that purple stem, just like the other so-called purslane. But again, I don't think this is the edible one. But it's a little bit irritating when you know you have planted something. But again, the production of this must be high, and where I live at or something like that, because the only way I could think that it's getting into these pots is through grass clipping. So I think that I'm just going to do away with grass clippings, because again, this stuff is popping up all over the place in my yard. And over here, I had to disrupt my yams that are growing in this grow pot. And as you can see, there's some more trying to grow. See that? There's some more. And I know for a fact this is my yam pot. So the only way that this could be getting in here is through those grass clippings. That's the only way. And the only thing that I can think of, because at one time I thought maybe my seeds was contaminated. Because I know for a fact that I put Bloomsdale spinach in this bucket. And this is what I'm getting, you guys. So if you guys ever experience this, please drop me a line. Tell me something. How was your experience in this? And did you just do away with it? Yank it out, throw it away? Because that's what I did when it was growing in my wagon. I just pulled the bad boy up and just threw it away. But definitely don't want to add this in my compost, being that it's a possibility that it's poisonous. But I do not think this is the beneficial purslane. I think I'm saying the word right. But again, I will do some more research on this. And you guys, if y'all have any information, any tips, just drop me a line, comment below. And I'll see you guys on the next video. This is Essie the Gardener. Peace, love, and light, family. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.